Today we're going to talk about running and does it kill your gains? Now, I do both. So I do, when we talk about gains, we're talking about weightlifting, gym, building muscle. You want to maximize that. If you click on this, is most likely what you're trying to do. Now, running typically isn't associated with bodybuilding, right? In fact, most advice you hear online says, no, you can't do cardio. Whoa, that will mean that you can't grow your muscles because it interferes. They're kind of trying to do different things. You know, your cardio is more for your heart and cardiovascular health, and kind of general fitness. Like, it's not gonna, going for a run isn't gonna get your biceps jacked, is it? But strength training, on the other hand, is kind of, and again, kind of cardio, gets your heart rate up, gets you, beating really quickly. It's quite, you sweat a lot, you're breathing heavily. Weightlifting is very different to that. Weightlifting's, more calm. You'll do one set, you'll rest for 2 minutes. Your heart rate will maybe get to 120, 130 in most of the time. Whereas, if you're doing for a hard hit session, you'll be up like 170, 180 because you'll be working really hard. Now, anyway, so most advice says that these can't coexist with each other, and if you do one, you'll kind of mess up the other. And it's kind of true. Like, if you're a professional bodybuilder, you probably don't want to be going for loads of runs, because yes, that will make you a little bit smaller. But the trade-off for that is that it will actually get you lit. So, like, I think unless you're a professional runner or professional kind of footballer or whatever, and even footballers, right? They use weights. They use like, you see it on off days, even on days where they're training football wise. They're in the gym, kind of doing body weight stuff, push-ups. They're doing like shoulder raises with plates, lightweight, like, body weight squats with a little bit on the bar. Fucking hell, this light is too much. Let's move the camera. Right, move this bench. Right, so where were we? Running, weightlifting. Yep. So look, professional athletes, if you're getting paid to be a runner, and you obviously don't overdo it on the weights, because that's not gonna, having big arms and a big back doesn't really help you when it comes to running, right? If you can bench press 100 kg, I don't see how that's gonna help you on a 5k run. And vice versa, if you're a bodybuilder, being able to run a 5k in under 20 minutes, I'm not sure that's really going to help you with what you're trying to achieve here, right? Which is get on stage and like look as big and as lean as possible. It's just like they're two different things. But I'm actually a really big advocate of doing both at the same time if you're not a professional, because one really good thing that I like about running is the mental clarity that it gives me. I go to work, I get stressed like everyone does in their 9 to 5. It's hard, right? So if you're not doing kind of cardio exercise and sweating a bit and moving your body, like, it's very easy to get stuck in your own head about things. Oh, damn it, like that was an awful conversation with the client. That'll get you bogged down for a day. Or your boss says something to you and you're like, oh my God. And like, do you know what I mean? We're all there, guys, right? So I actually like the running for the mental side of things. Like, it really clears my head. And when I go running in the evening after a long day at work, it helps me kind of reset and like relax a little bit into the evening. And it also has the added benefit that it will burn body fat, because it's a bit of cardio, and coupled with my weight training that I do. I try and weight train and run every day at the moment, and I've been doing that for the last 4 months. As well as the mental stuff, like, this is the best physical condition I've ever been in. Cardio health, like, I just ran my first sub 20 minute, well, I've now run sub 20 minutes for a 5k twice. I ran 19:52, what was it, 2 days ago on Monday, Sunday, I can't remember, it was a few days ago. Obviously that's quite, you know, that's a big achievement for me, because I've never run up until like the last 4 or 5 weeks. I'd never run a sub 20 minute. The last 20 minute one I did was last month, which is a little bit slower than the one I did the other day. But anyway, and in terms of weightlifting, right, I weight train almost every single day. At the moment I'm doing push-pull legs, but I'm doing like the push-pull, for the last 6 months, I've trained legs twice a week because it was kind of a lagging area for me. It's not surprising, right? I think if if you're a man, legs are the bit that they're lag behind, because no one really cares about, like, you don't see them, no one comments really. So I've been training that a bit more. But now the football season's starting again. I'm gonna go back to only training legs once a week, because if I'm running and doing football, I think training legs twice a week is probably going to be a bit too much, and it will definitely impact like matches. And if I'm going to go for a really quick run, you know, if I train legs the day before, that's going to make that harder. So I think I'm probably going to train legs. I've just started. It's my second week of doing this, but training legs once a week. Excuse me, I was rudely interrupted there. Where was I? So training wise, yeah, weight training. Legs, I'm only training once a week now, and I'm getting upper body 4 or 5 times a week. Actually, what am I talking about? I'm doing I'm doing push-pull legs. I'm doing 5 days. I try and weight train every day. So it's Wednesday today. I'm just kind of thinking out loud and working out. So I did push on Monday. I did pull yesterday. I'm doing push again today, because like the program's just reset, and I'm doing push again today, and I'm doing pull again tomorrow. I'm doing legs on Friday, and legs has to be on Friday or Monday for me, because I have football. Well, I have football matches on Sunday, so I can't really do it on Saturday. And I have football training on Wednesday, so I can't really do it on Tuesday. So it's like Friday's kind of probably the best day for me to do legs. And then I'll do push-pull again on the weekend. And I'll do, you know, so I guess mine's really, really, really skewed at the moment. Look, I'm following a really extreme kind of program where I just train every day, because I think if you see my other video on overtraining, I kind of don't believe that overtraining, I've never reached that point as a person where I've trained too much to where it like impacts how my recovery and how my next session is. So I'm just going to keep, until I feel like I should do less, I'm going to keep doing weights every single day. And I'm going to keep running almost every day as well. And obviously I've balanced that with football. I obviously won't run when I've got football on that day. Although I did do that the other day. I had a training session and then I did run. So I did like 3 sessions, weights, running, yeah, and then sport. That probably is a bit too much. I think every day for that would be too much. So I guess I'm finding my limit. But I've never felt fitter. I've never felt stronger. So yeah, I definitely recommend, if you're not a professional athlete, how you can practically apply this in your day to day is I would do both. I would do weights and I would also do cardio. And totally honest, I would do as much as possible of both, if you can. If you can handle doing weights 4 or 5 times a week, and you can handle doing cardio 4 or 5 times a week, do both. You'll get progress way quicker than any of these programs that other people are putting, like trying to put you on, where they say, oh no, we're going to start on 1 day a week, then 2 days, then we're going to up it to 3 days. Like, bro, if you're training 1 or 2 days a week, it's going to take you 3-4 years to get in good shape if you're going to dial it up. Don't you want to get in shape in 6 months to 9 months? Like, yeah, it's going to be a bit harder, but to be honest, training 5 days a week, 30-minute weight sessions is 2.5 hours. 3 hours. Let's call it 4 hours if you include travel and all that, you know, the admin, getting ready and showering afterwards. It's nothing, right? 4 hours a week to 4 hours a week, like total, to look jacked and get like the optimum physique that you want. It's not, I don't know, maybe I don't know, but then look, maybe I'm naive because I don't have kids and I don't have a family yet, but I've got a busy job. I spend a lot of time with my brother. I spend a lot of time with my girlfriend. I spend time with my family, a little bit wide, like my parents as well. Like I see them like every couple of weeks, because we live near each other. And like the job's very demanding. I can safely say I don't work 9 to 5. I work. It's more of a kind of all day thing. I never really switch off with it. So I fit in training kind of around all of that. So I don't know. Maybe I am privileged. Maybe I'm a bit naive because I don't have kids and a family yet. But yeah, I don't see 3 hours a week as a particularly game-changing investment to completely taking care of your health, right, and your physique for the rest of your life. So yeah, food for thought. Anyway, cheers guys, bye.